Uh, uh,
I really want to watch this YouTube video, Shrek, but every time he takes a step, it gets 5% faster.
I've seen it. I've seen
Is
it.
it good?
It's no, no, it's not. All right, someone do the tweets. Dom, the video has been recorded. Steve and I are going to edit it together either tomorrow or Saturday. It's going to go live. We're going to push it. Winner's going to be on TikTok to start, YouTube next month. And then we go from there. Can't hear you. Cannot hear you. Can't hear you. Chris, say something.
Hello.
Yep, just you, Dom. Oh.
All the star maker.
Oh, man. What do we even have for gaming news this week? I simply don't know. Don, we cannot hear you.
Check Discord settings.
Gemhammer here for the big announcement. Big stinky announcement. That's what it is.
Big stinky.
Seriously, nothing?
There we go.
There you go.
You hear me?
Yes.
So weird. You can hear me just fine?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like you're talking through a fucking tin can, but yeah.
It'll work.
Okay, now it's gone. Now it's gone. Wait. Do you have a noise gate set or something? Is there a noise gate or what's the mic that's being picked up?
I'm just gonna use the laptop audio. Let me see.
Because if there's like a mic on your headphones, it's not picking you up.
How about now?
Yes.
Hooray!
I don't have the intro. I have an outdated outro. Fucking everybody's just gonna deal with it.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
You're good.
It's good?
Yes.
Or any like weird background noise?
No, I just gotta turn you up in the headphones.
The headphones bro stuff.
Only thing to be mindful of is just be like mindful when you're clicking on your computer because you hear it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to touch it. Chris, you know how to do the MP3 thing for the export and upload everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. All right. I'm ready.
Are we socialized?
Yep. Socialized.
Omega Poggers. What's up, gamers? Okay.
Go ahead. You got it. Go.
What's up, gamers? Guess what? We're about to go live for episode 310 of Not Another Gaming Podcast, the greatest gaming podcast on these internet fucking streets. And guess what? We are brought to you by Pause. Us, bitch. We're brought to you by us. Go to our patreon.com/wickedgaming and become a pledge today. Why? Because we are starving. I'm starving right now. Chris is starving. Dom is on vacation and starving. Okay? Go to patreon.com/WicketGaming, pledge to us, and maybe I'll give you a forehead kiss. Anyway, let's get live. We're going big into episode 310 because we have so much news this week that none of us remember we were going to talk about, but it's happening. Episode 310 happening now. Intro doesn't exist. What's up, gamers? Dr. Bob here. We're live with episode 310 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We're making this a short one. We're making it a quick one. Dom is on vacation. He has to get back to the beach. I got no sleep last night. Chris is fucking running on fumes right now. So guess what? Buckle yourselves in because we're going 10,000 miles right now. We're in the stratosphere and we're landing fast. Okay? So just be ready. Be fucking ready. And we have no game news this week, so I don't know what's going on. Chris, Dom, co-hosts, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, Bob. Not on vacation, but it's okay. Tomorrow we get the holiday off. Shout out to all the veterans out there. Thanks for the day off and thanks for your service. But other than that, just the weather changed a little bit here. It went from 75 to 43 in 2 days. It was amazing.
And then back to 65 today. Also, we do have a big announcement today. So just, stay tuned. Maybe midway through the episode, maybe at the end, fucking you better listen to this. So, or else.
Dom. But no, I'm doing good. Doing good. It's your boy Chris P. Talks and Lankiest. And I look so pale right now. Look at me. I look sick.
But that's because
you have.
That's because you have. Well, true, but it's also exemplified by the fact that you have your lighting set to fucking daylight in your room for some reason. It's pitch black out, and you set your lighting to sun level.
I mean, it doesn't help.
Yeah, now you look like gray.
Yeah, you look a little more sickly.
Whatever.
Dom, how's your 34th vacation of this year going?
Pretty good. No, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll get into it, shortly, but out in California right now, so it's only like 4:00 out on my time. So, having a great week. Been playing some video games, doing some things, and, pretty good. I do have to work out here. I am working.
I also have to work tomorrow too.
I am. We used to get Veterans Day off. I don't know what the fuck happened, but big shout out to all the vets. I'm sorry that corporate America doesn't feel like this is the need to have a day off. I feel like this should be a day off.
Give us the week off.
That's what I'm saying. Especially veterans, give them the whole fucking
month off.
Yeah. So, pretty good on my end though. Just hanging and banging. So let's do the pod, huh?
Why don't we get into a little weekend recap? Dip our toes, into what went on this weekend.
Chris frozen or?
I'm not frozen.
No,
frozen for me. It's just him holding up a rubber duck.
Good. It's a nice picture.
True. Save that new iPhone background. Save that as Lauren's background.
Actually, what I do, I'm on her laptop right now, so I'm gonna save that as her background. But yeah. So.
Hey, what'd you guys do this weekend, huh?
Well, for me, I don't even. I completely forgot what day it was, but pretty good weekend. Just been like working a bunch, so did a lot of yard work this weekend. A lot of shit around the house. But we also had our thank you stream, our booze stream as promised for all of our community. That was a great time. We played some Scriblio. We played some Jackbox games. We drank a couple refreshments. It was a good time. It was an overall very good time. So, stayed hydrated. During the week, I started playing Sonic Frontiers, which I think is great. I've had an awesome time with Sonic Frontiers. I'm probably like 7 hours into it right now.
How fast are you going?
Super fast. So, the cool thing about this game is that when you start it, it says like, do you want to go on like speed mode or like platforming mode, which I think like turns down the like maximum speed that Sonic can go, so you can focus on like more precise platforming. Or speed mode is probably better for like folks that aren't playing on the Switch like I am, because it doesn't run at the full 60 frames per second unless it's docked. but I put it on speed mode anyway, so I've been like just zipping around. It's a great game. Been having a lot of fun with it, and on our way out to California, I straight fucking no lifed it on the plane. I played literally for 5 hours straight on the plane on the way out here. Had a blast. A little awkward to start. The first like half hour is not great for Sonic Frontiers, but after that, once you like get introduced to all the mechanics and stuff like that, it's actually probably one of the more fun and unique Sonic games that I've played pretty much ever. So having a great time with it. If you've been debating on getting it, you probably should. It's a great time. And also played a lot of Modern Warfare 2. I got a Little Caesars pizza this past weekend to get a little double. They should call it Little Caesars Big Diarrhea because I literally was shitting oil the whole next day. And luckily I had like two hours of double weapon XP to get me off of that. But good Lord, is all I'm going to say.
Dude, I told you guys how I moved my sister into her home in like fucking Bradford like 10 years ago. And to thank, I moved my sister fucking 14 times at this point. But to thank me for moving, to helping move her for the 8th time at that point, she got Little Caesars pizza and I said, send it back. I don't want this fucking garbage.
I've never had Little Caesars.
I'd rather be hungry.
Big diarrhea.
Fucking disgusting.
It was not good. I mean, it was fine. And after, I don't know, half a dozen beers, I was like, all right, this is pretty good pizza. But, I mean, after that amount of alcohol, you probably have no qualms with eating anything, which is pretty much true for me. So, yeah, I mean, it was tough. But it was like $7. And I don't know what you expect for $7, but goddamn.
Fucking 7-Eleven taquitos. That's what you get. 7-Eleven.
I hope you expect the shits because that's what you're gonna get for $7. That was my weekend. Chris,
my weekend was good. I want to go to record and say I've definitely ordered 7 taquitos at like 3 a.m. before.
Same.
And it's not good. I remember I was leaving Dom's house and I was so hungry. I think it was like last year. And the only thing open was 7-Eleven. So I was like, I'm just gonna ball out on taquitos and a Gatorade. And I got home. There was a fat bag of 7-Eleven on the front steps. It wasn't good. I think very underrated, like the buffalo chicken sticks. They look like hot dogs, but they're all it's all buffalo chicken. It's the fakest stuff of all time, but it was actually really good. But then again, 3 shades to the wind, anything probably would have tasted good. But this weekend for me, I didn't do anything. I needed an R&R, weekend. Been working a lot, so just want to chill up and playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2. Really enjoying that. Got like the GB CMG grind back up. That's been fun. Been running some duos on there. But other than that, same old. And yeah, it's about me. Bob, how was your weekend?
I haven't done anything really. Just been playing video games. That's literally all I've been doing. Been exercising. You see these you can't see them right now, but I've been fucking working. I've been on the grind again, baby. Been on that fucking grind. I bought a Peloton.
I saw that.
I feel fucking bougie now.
Hey.
I've used a Peloton once in my entire life. I got this like 3 days ago and I haven't had the chance to use it. But I've used a Peloton once in my entire life. I did a 30-minute ride and I couldn't walk for like 2 days afterwards.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It's fucking legit. It's actually fucking legit.
But I'm gonna mix it in to like my workout, to my like lifting schedule. So like I'll lift for 2 days, then one day I hop on the Peloton for a half hour, then I lift for another 2 days, and I take a day off at some point. But I'm back on the fucking grind. These biceps are gonna be shredding through these shirts again. I'm feeling good. But I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I hate to say how much fun I've been having with the game because there's still so much bad with it. Like, inherently broken with the system. The rank system makes no sense because they threw out the SR system, and now you just play 7 games and see where you end up at the end of those. And then the removal of loot boxes and the shop is infuriating. So I'm loving the gameplay right now, and I also hate the fact that they removed so many fucking maps. They removed 2 capture points, and it's like, I understand why. Because those game modes were super difficult and you don't want a new player base to be like really fucking struggling to play 2 CP maps. But I want all of those old maps back, and I want them back now.
I want that old map back.
And then also, God of War Ragnarok came out, yesterday? And it is, I've only played like 2.5 hours so far, and that game is fucking brilliant.
You know what's annoying as shit? Like, I haven't played it yet, and will I play it? Probably at some point. I'm in no rush to play it. But day one, people are already posting spoilers. Like, does anyone have a heart anymore?
This is why I'm staying off of like most social media right now. Like I cannot see. I can't go on Twitch. Like the only thing I can go on Twitch and watch right now is either Counter-Strike, which was off for 2 days, or I have to watch TFT streamers because they don't play anything else other than TFT. So I cannot go on Twitch because everybody's playing God of War, and I need to play through it myself. But I'm 2.5 hours in, and this game is fucking incredible. It doesn't run super great on a PS4. I'm sure it runs a lot better on a PS5. But yeah, I'm kind of upset at it's like shitty it's not bad performance, but it's not good performance. And I wish it just came straight to PC so I could have played it on my PC. But
speaking of performance, so you guys know, I'm very happy, and I want to say this. I finally got my 3070 working, so now I have a 3070 in this bad boy.
Pog. Now we just need to fix the studio PC.
All I have to do is get another SSD for it, and it's done.
Really?
Yeah, because it was I switched the power supply out, so it's gonna be my old one, the white one.
Yeah.
So I put a different power supply in there, different RAM. I had to take the memory out of that one and put it into mine just because I had all my stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm just going to buy a new one, bolt it in, bada bing, bada boom, good to go. Or take it out. Actually, I'll just take it out of the old one. Or do we want to start fresh?
Well, I mean, if we start fresh, we literally won't have the hiccups that we get. I mean, it might not be that different anyway. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
I mean, so Sonic Frontiers came out this month. There's another that's Sonic Breath of the Wild. There's also another Breath of the Wild game coming out, and that's Pokemon Breath of the Wild. What other games are we going to see steal this fucking Breath of the Wild formula? And is it gonna work? Does it work for Sonic 1? 2, is it gonna work for Pokemon? 3, will it work for other games?
Spyro, and yes.
Spyro, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, so I would argue that the first game that did this, I mean, Pokemon already did this, and that was with Pokemon Legends Arceus, and
AKA baby Pokemon.
Just, I mean, well, Pokemon Sword and Shield was like fucking baby mode.
Yeah, it was.
But Arceus had actually like some mechanics to it. It was definitely very Breath of the Wild-esque. But sadly, Nintendo forgets that it's 2022 and they don't know how the internet works. We have had very few Pokemon games that have actually like iterated on themselves, and they're no longer the only shop in town. So I'm hoping that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are good and that they're making good on a lot of the promises that they're currently putting out there for like marketing materials and stuff like that, because they're getting fucking embarrassed by games like Temtem and stuff like that. Monster Hunter. I mean, like, just those types of games are...
Damn, we need a new Digimon game.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Nintendo is fucking up. They are no longer the only shop in town. They are, like, kind of... It's kind of embarrassing how little that they've actually done to innovate on their own formula. And I'm hoping that Scarlet and Violet are good. But, I mean... Sonic Frontiers has been very solid. The first like half hour of the game, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a lot of this is like straight lifted from Breath of the Wild. But once you get further into it, it definitely separates itself a lot more. A lot of the vibes are still there, but once you get into like the 2D levels, which I didn't even know that were there, Sega did a fucking horseshit ass job advertising this game. They advertised the same 30-second gameplay clips in every single trailer. They did an awful job advertising this game. Fucking terrible. They didn't even show you 60% of what's in the game. And if I
I
think
didn't
if
even
they
know
did
it was a
with
thing.
dude, I didn't even know that there was 2D levels in the game. So the basic game loop is like there's the open world, which is basically like a giant Tony Hawk level.
Yeah,
And there's little-
that I saw somebody describe it as that, and that like makes it seem more interesting to me.
Tony Hawk level. There's like rails to grind on. There's ramps. There's little like speed boost things everywhere. Everywhere. It's a massive sound like sandbox of just to see how fast you can go, and like how high you can. It like invites you to break the like forms that are there. Because if you time things right, you can kind of skip over things and find stuff that you're not supposed to and stuff like that, which is awesome. Because it's Sonic, and like Sonic is like supposed to be just fast as shit. Like just fuck your rules. I'm trying to like break this sandbox wide open. And then each world, I think there's like 6 worlds, 6 or 7 D levels that you jump into to get some of the in-game currency, and it's like a 2D/3D hybrid Sonic game that like you can blow through in like a minute, but there's like 5 different challenges for each one. So it's like get the 5 red coins, finish the map in under 55 seconds, finish it outright, and then the other one is like finish it with X amount of rings, and then you get extra currency for each challenge. So it's awesome. It's a great. I think honestly, the game has gotten consistent, kind of like high and low 7s. I think across the board, which to me is like if you like Sonic at all, if you're interested in it at all, you should play it for yourself and formulate your own opinion on it because I think it's awesome, and I think it's a great step forward for the genre, and I think it's a great step forward for Sonic also. But to answer your first question, I think a game that could really benefit from a formula like this is probably like a game like Fable.
Yeah,
honestly,
the new Fable should like this is what the new Fable should be like. But I could also see the charm in it not going that way, and just going more traditional like Fable-esque gameplay and combat, and like story throughout the entirety of it.
Yeah, I can see Fable kind of falling into that trap where, it's more open world. They have like little dungeons here and there, like Breath of the Wild, where you can jump into a little shrine or something like that, do a quick puzzle, get a thing. I kind of hope it doesn't do that, but I could see it. I can see the devs like foaming at the mouth, being like, we need, this is perfect. Because I can see it fitting in very nicely, but I don't think that would be very...
Smoke alarm's going off. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. Chris was cooking fucking Pop-Tarts again.
It wasn't even me putting this, turning this smoke alarm on. I would like to, so this is like a fucking massive idea that I have, but like a Mass Effect game where every planet you go to is just one of those types of worlds. Where instead of like going and you're set into a mission or like a small sandbox, it's a massive sandbox. And like you're incentivized to explore every fucking square inch of a planet before you leave it. Like obviously,
Mass Effect Andromeda?
Like, is that what it is? Oh, wow.
But they said there was nothing on it. So
yeah,
you're onto something. I'm sure somebody in a BioWare boardroom had that idea, but there was nothing on the planets. So when they got, like, you're just driving around the desert for fucking 2 hours before you find something to do.
Okay,
but
that's dumb.
But you were right there. I think instead, if you had like 200 or tiny rooms, each one of them is like a little thing, and you jump in and like do the challenge and then jump out. I think that's pretty cool, personally.
Or you got the stamina system where you have to like go. So like you go to one planet early in the game. So similar to like Jedi Fallen Order, where you go to one planet early in the game, but you don't have the abilities to get like towards like the extra shit at the end. But because your stamina is not high enough, like you can't climb that cliff face until you come back later in the game. And then there's secret shit up there that you can do, like another side quest up there you can do.
Yeah.
Chris, what game do you want to see get the Breath of the Wild formula? Granted, we're going to see 100 more of these within the next few years.
I just want to let everyone know that the house is okay.
Nice.
Pete was just trying to light a candle. I walk out of my room. He's like, "Oh, it's all good. It's all good." He had like 4 big ass matches just like stacked on top of one another, like all blown. I'm like, "You could just use one." He said, "Well, I was doing them one at a time, but every time I'd go to blow out the match, I'd end up blowing out the candle, so I had to keep doing it."
You know what's crazy about that? You could like walk away from the candle and blow out a match.
I don't know. I don't know. What do I want to get the Breath of the Wild treatment? I would love to see an Avatar game like that.
Avatar is in like the
Like
last
the last, no, yeah,
the last Airbender.
The Last Airbender, yeah, not like the blue people, like the Last Airbender. I feel like that art
Not the
style
ones
and
that like fuck with the tails.
nah, not those ones.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind like understanding how that works. Like, if I had a tail and I could fuck with it, I'd be interested.
Yeah,
I mean,
Try anything once.
yeah, no, 100%. But no, I think Avatar: The Last Airbender already has a really cool art style. I would love to see how they can turn that into a Breath of the Wild type game. I feel like that would be really fun to play.
Yeah, I mean that's a big fucking world that is really only explored in the show. I don't remember ever seeing a game like get a big release and a big following afterwards. Um, hey, guess what else is cool news this week?
I have something cool actually.
Okay.
oh,
Yeah, hold on. Weed. No, I'm just kidding.
All
I
right.
actually
Yeah,
have.
sick. That
I,
weed's
I,
cool.
I just want to make sure I have the developer right before I say it. All right, so Lionsgate is looking to develop a John Wick video game.
Those
yes,
exist.
super.
Those exist.
Super hot.
It's called Max Payne 3.
No, that's what I was
Super
gonna
hot.
say, like Super Hot Max Payne, but I would love to see like a Metal Gear Solid, John Wick style. I feel like that could
Ooh.
be
That's kind
really
of
fun.
that's kind of the
even like a
opposite of
hybrid.
John Wick though.
No, but a hybrid, like, because there's like some moments where he like sneaks around and then he, fucks somebody up, like, or you had to like stealth
Splinter
elements.
Cell.
I mean, Splinter Cell was also all, but like Splinter Cell Conviction had a good mix of stealth and action elements. But like, in the like very first John Wick, when he like sneaks into the bathhouse, he's gonna get there, and then he 6,000 people dead. So yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool to have like a hybrid stealth action game.
Keep talking about
Max
this while I get
Payne
water.
example of that. I think Super Hot is a very good example of that. You could like reskin Super Hot as a John Wick game, and I think it would play.
Wait, they already have a John Wick video game. I forgot about that. Fortnite.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's good to see that the Fortnite universe is expanding beyond its own box, and that like we're getting a Fortnite spinoff.
This is like their big break. It's finally coming out of beta.
Yeah, exactly. Fortnite's been in early access this whole time, and now we're getting John Wick from the Fortnite universe in his own title, which is pretty great. It's great character growth.
But on a more serious note, I think there's so much to play with in like John Wick to actually make like a semi-stealth game. Because I mean, not for nothing, he's not the stealthiest guy by any means. Like he's just kind of like there and just like maybe Hitman type style.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be really dope. And I'm trying to think of the not Metal Gear, the Splinter Cell. I played a while. Was it Chaos Theory? Was that one of them?
Yeah.
Chaos Theory was the co-op one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like something like that could be dope. Like I'm glad like Lionsgate or someone along those lines will do it. Like because I wouldn't want I don't know like what are the games where you have to push buttons and just kind of like pick your next move? Is it Telltale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would have suited
Lionsgate
it.
could easily do like Lionsgate. I think does Saw too, doesn't they? Doesn't Lionsgate do Saw? That could be like a good like kind of
Yes.
push the buttons, kind of do the thing type of game. I'm surprised we haven't had a Saw video game, have we?
We have. There's plenty, and they're all bad.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, we haven't had a Game of Thrones game either because they're all fucking.
It's
dog shit, so.
the Saw games are essentially just like puzzle games. You just walk through. There's someone on a table about to die,
Well, yeah,
and then you solve
Jigsaw,
puzzles.
Bob. I mean, they're supposed to be puzzle games.
We don't talk about Jigsaw. That movie was fucking awful. I saw it in theaters, and the seat literally fucking was shaking me around because I went to the experience where it's like, 4G or whatever the fuck it was, and I was getting punched in my lower
Fucking
back.
barbed wire all over your body. They were like, "Do I actually die if I buy this? If I buy this ticket?"
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Somebody did develop a VR headset that if you die in the game, you die in real life, and
How's that for a segue?
and I already pre-ordered it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Do it, Bob. Do it.
I'm throwing the game on purpose. I'm throwing the game on purpose. I'm throwing the game on purpose. I'm throwing the game on purpose.
Give up purpose!
I'm throwing the game on purpose.
I wonder what the quitting penalty is for the VR game where you die and if you die
Death.
for real.
It's called death. That's what it is.
No, you add another year to your life.
What?
So you have to stick
No,
it
I
out.
have to play.
Speakeasy with 10 gifted. We
10
are
gifted.
fucking rich. I'm buying a
Hey,
Rolex.
yeah.
I'm throwing the game up. I'm throwing the podcast on purpose. I'm throwing the podcast on purpose. I'm throwing.
So that's a thing. You know what's funny? Kevin tweeted at me afterwards and was like, "How is this legal?" And I was like, "Kevin, it's not for sale. First of all,
The guy designed it and is not selling it.
yeah, it's one of those things that was created in a lab. That's it.
Yeah.
And then had to tweet
He
about it.
tested it on a watermelon. He tested it on a watermelon and it just exploded.
No,
All right.
he made a mini VR headset and put it on guinea pigs, and they died in the game. So they died in real life.
Throwing the game on purpose. I'm throwing the game on purpose. I'm throwing the game on purpose.
Google Stadia has officially started giving out their refunds
Wow.
because Google Stadia is going to die. Also, we'll do the announcement after this, but one of the games in the announcement, like in the piece of content that we were working on, is going to Stadia for some reason, and the system's dying. So I don't know. But I thought that was a little fun piece of information to release. And then before we do the announcement, we are getting Hogwarts Legacy gameplay showcase coming, I think, this week, either this week or next week.
I can't wait. I don't think I've been this excited for a game in a long time. I can't wait to play it.
Is it still coming out this year? Or did it get moved back?
No, February 2023.
That's fine. Keep it in the oven. I'm fine with that.
Did you guys
Actually,
know that there was more people playing Destiny 2 on Google Stadia than there were Halo Infinite?
what's
Like
that?
at all?
That does not surprise me in the least. People still play Halo Infinite.
Yeah, and also one thing about the Stadia shutdown is that there's been a couple of different devs response to it because Destiny I think had one of the bigger player bases on Stadia, and Bungie is helping to like migrate players' accounts to
Good.
like a platform of their choice. So they're like, hey, if you spent money on Destiny 2 on Stadia, like because they don't do that. They have crossplay, but like the expansions and shit stay on the platform. So like if you have a character, like I have my character on Xbox, I got my character on PC, I can play them exactly the same, and I can play with Xbox friends on PC and vice versa. But if you have the expansion on Xbox, you don't have it on PC. So that's like your purchases don't carry over.
Mhm.
But they're working. I don't know the full breadth of it, but I do know that because I got an email about it because I am registered. I registered for like the beta for Stadia, and I never played it. But I got an email saying like, if you have a Destiny 2 Stadia account, like we're working on the process to like get it over to a platform of your choice so you can keep playing, and so you don't just like lose your money because so many developers were. I think all of them were blindsided by Stadia shutting down. So like we're not going to fuck our players. We're just going to be like, hey, if you spent, $200 buying all the DLC for Destiny over the last couple years on Stadia, we're going to help you transfer it and like transfer your purchases to PC or Xbox or PS5 or whatever it is. So
Nice, at least.
Yeah.
good for them, man. I mean, they're doing God's work over there. So
I mean, they
Yo,
must have a player base then, because if they didn't, I feel like no game company would do that. Even if it's like fucking 5,000
Yeah.
people, like they wouldn't do that.
yeah, no, I think they were one of the bigger games on Stadia because when you think about it, it's like a MMO-esque game. People are playing it in their browser. Like, I mean, I can see that, but I think it was one of the more popular games on Stadia. So Bungie's like, I don't want to alienate, let's say 5,000 people. Let's try to cook them over to the Xbox or PlayStation space. So I don't know all the details, but still really cool to see what's going on.
Nothing. It's like one of those episodes of like when they're interviewing the criminal.
Ganglands.
Yeah, Ganglands, and that's what your camera is right now.
Who's that?
Your internet, the hotel Wi-Fi is shitting the bed right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You sound fine, but the cameras, it's
Well,
cursed.
that's a good. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. On my Discord window, I'm seeing myself perfectly fine. But
Oh yeah, we're seeing you turn into fucking 2D pixel.
There he
You're back.
is.
You're back. You're back.
This is I don't know if you guys have played this, but Gab and I played an adventure game. It's one of the Rusty Lake games, The Pass Within. I don't know if you guys have played any of those, but long story
I
short,
have not, but tell me all about it.
yeah, there's so I played on my computer, she played on her laptop, opposite sides of the room, and you like start the game at the same time, but one person is like past you, one person's future you.
Oh, that just came out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we played that. It was very fun. So I definitely suggest doing that. It was not too difficult, but difficult enough where it actually felt like you were doing something. And I think they did a very good job with like finding the things you needed and have everything connect to it. So if you haven't played that, I would definitely suggest doing it. It was her recommendation to play, and I'm extremely happy we played it. And apparently Rusty Lake does a lot of those type of games. So I will report back when we play more, but definitely suggest playing that with someone if you haven't.
Yeah, I've actually seen that, and it looks interesting, but I don't think I'd be able to like. I would get too frustrated trying to play that game.
You wouldn't. I'm telling you, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Like I was fine playing it, and I have the attention span of a gnat, and I was just like, I was locked in.
All right, we should just announce the announcement.
Wait, really quick
Go ahead.
before we do that. I think this is a cause we can all get behind, and I know that all of us have been rallying behind the same cause for the last month. Netflix announced that they are doing a Gears of War series.
Yeah, I'm still iffy about it.
Dave Bautista is lobbying hard
Good.
I saw that
to
too.
be Marcus Phoenix. He posted a video on Twitter today, and it was like part of the promotional stuff for Gears 5 because he was like released as a skin for Marcus for Gears 5, and like the coalition has been just tickling the nuts a little bit for the fans and being like, oh, here's Dave Bautista as Gears 5, like now shut up. But I think he deserves to play Marcus Phoenix, and I think he like at this point for somebody who's been lobbying for this for this long, and even Cliffy B said on Twitter that he would be his first choice as somebody who was the creator of the original trilogy for Gears. There's nobody else that I want to see play Marcus Phoenix, and at this point, like I think we got to just go all in on this and just get Dave Bautista to play Marcus Phoenix. So I don't know what form this is going to take. Chris looks like a fucking flashbang just went off in his office, and
It's a lot. So it's starting off as a live action series, and then there's going to be like an animated cartoon to follow. I don't know if it's going to be like season 1 is live action, season 2 is animated. I think it's going to be like season 1 is live action, and then like the animated thing's just going to be its own existence. You know what I mean?
the power of God and anime.
Like The Witcher. The Witcher has the same thing. The Witcher has 3 seasons with Henry Cavill, and then the 4th season's going to be with fucking lame Hemsworth.
Yeah.
But then they also have a side animated series with it. So I think it's going to follow that same formula. I'm going to go ahead and say I think Dave Bautista is already. This is my tinfoil hat. So put your tinfoil hats on, Dom.
I know what you're gonna say, and I agree.
I hope you brought it.
I brought it with me. Brought it with me. Hold on, wait. Let me just grab it really quick. Hold on, wait.
Well, you're gonna say exactly what I'm thinking, and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Everybody in chat, put your tinfoil hats on right now, or I'm fucking mad.
I knew I was going to do the podcast this week, so just in case, I put it in my bag.
So I actually don't even think this is a crazy wild take right now. I think he's already cast as Marcus Phoenix, and I think he's just tweeting about it to like stir up more fucking hype. Because one, he's already involved with Gears 5. He was like pre-order bonus. Like that was the thing. He was like pre-order bonus. He was already involved with Gears 5. And 2, he already has a standing relationship with Netflix, which started with Army of the Dead, where that's a Netflix original movie. So I'm willing to bet that 1, he's already cast as Marcus Phoenix. 2, he's doing all this hype to promote it. And 3, he was probably one of the biggest reasons why it's getting sent to Netflix. Like, he was probably one of the biggest promoters and pitchers to Netflix, saying like, hey, like, maybe I already have this contract with you guys to do like X amount of movies throughout Netflix, like Adam Sandler does for fucking 35 movies for $16 billion up until the day he fucking dies. Like, I'm willing to bet that Dave Bautista has a similar contract where he's supposed to do like X amount of movies, maybe a TV series at some point. And he was the one was like, listen, I want Gears of War on Netflix. I'm going to be fucking Marcus Phoenix. We're fucking doing this. And I think this is all like big fucking smoke in the face, sand in the face. Like he's hyping it up.
I like it. I like it. I like it. And you know what? Nobody loses at this point. So he's going to make a big old stink about it. Twitter's going to have this whole big, trending topic or something like that. And then, but you know what? The thing that comes out on the other side of this is if that show doesn't do well, then everybody who bitched and complained to get him to play that role is to blame.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it on the chin. Yeah, but you also can't blame him. You can't blame him for bad writers.
No, for sure. No, I would blame like fans for not supporting it. We've had people clamor to get fucking Zack Snyder's Justice League put out, which was okay. But, how the fuck did a 4.5-hour superhero movie get made?
Pretentious directors, that's how.
So
it gets released by people bitching about it on the internet. It gets made by pretentious directors. That's the difference.
There you go. So cast Dave Bautista as Marcus Phoenix, even if you already have.
They already have. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what it is. Chris knows, I know, you know deep down inside, that's actually what it is.
Oh, 100%. I am not doubting you at all. That is the most logical and like sensible thing that I've ever heard on this show. Totally, completely buy into that. And I could see now after like a couple of different of these like go rounds that we've had where like people are campaigning for certain people to play certain characters or for like certain movies to come out, that they're kind of trying to like drum up this like fake rage, like, oh, Netflix doesn't know who it's going to make Marcus Phoenix yet. And, I guarantee, and then they're like, wait, we're going to announce it. And then the internet's going to go, they're going to go, we heard the fans. We heard the fans after all these years. We know you want Marcus Phoenix as Dave Bautista, and he's coming. I guarantee it. I mean, it's happening. You're right. You're 100% right.
If it's not him, how about this? I won't watch it. And I'm the biggest Gears of War fan out of the three of us. If it's not Dave Bautista, I won't watch it.
When are we gonna get a Gears of War tabletop role playing game?
I'm almost positive it exists.
A good one.
I don't know. We really don't dip our toes too much into those types of board games, so who knows? Let's do the announcement.
Do the announcement.
Okay. So, everybody who's listening right now, we have a content creation idea that we are going to put into fruition, hopefully like sometime the end of this weekend or early next week. It's a blending of a couple of ideas that we think are going to engage with our viewership, like the people who listen to our content. I think it's going to bring a lot of new people on board because why? Because we're going to be giving away free shit, and we love to give away free shit. And we're going to be doing it in a form where, we every single month we highlight new releases coming out, and then we're going to give the viewers on our social media platforms the opportunity to potentially win one of those games releasing that month. So it's going to start on TikTok. It's going to start on YouTube. We're going to try to, grow some fans there. And every single month moving forward, as long as it works, we're going to be giving away a game each month to a winner. So go follow us on YouTube or subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. We're also going to be putting all of these videos on every social media platform. But the winners to start will be on TikTok and YouTube. And then as long as no, exactly, Steve, no purchase necessary. All you got to do is watch the video and then be following or subscribed and then leave a comment saying, so God of War Ragnarok came out this week. in the month of November, if you're following and you leave a comment saying, I want God of War Ragnarok. Why? Because I loved God of War 2019 and Bob was wrong when he initially said God of War 2019 never needed to exist. The original trilogy was good enough as it was. Leave a comment like that and we will randomly select a winner. Like I said, ideally, as long as it works, we plan to implement the giveaway to Instagram, Twitter, and potentially pitch a show to Snapchat. So we want to succeed. We want you guys to want us to succeed. So help us fucking succeed. Please.
Help us make fucking money, you rats.
This is like, we've been doing this for 6 years, and this is like the actual real fucking first idea we've had that could potentially help us make money moving forward.
Yeah, if you want us to keep doing the show, you need to support this. You gotta. I got a kid coming.
True.
So,
I'm getting
52 months. Holy balls.
True. I have to schedule my vasectomy soon. Chris still needs more Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. I
So,
need some new, fireproofing in his house if Pete keeps trying to make
Just light a candle.
Make candles.
Yeah, just light a candle.
That happens. What are you going to do?
So yeah, that's the
So,
announcement.
support the giveaways. We're going to be doing a ton of it. Support them. Do it.
Give us money. No.
And we have a brilliant editor who's going to be helping to edit the videos with Steve. So thank you so much, Steve, for helping with this project. And you already know with Steve's editing, these fucking videos are going to come out fucking chef's kiss.
Yatu Sabe.
Thank you, Gab, for the bits.
Thanks, Gab.
We got anything else, or should we just, land the train?
Land that fucking train, Bob. Drive it home.
Um,
There's no audio, so I guess we just do it.
True. Well, I want to shout out to everybody listening to this episode because it's a big announcement. We're going to be doing some crazy fucking giveaways coming up. All you have to do is engage with our content. If you're listening to us, like you already engage with our content, just engage. Now, all you have to do is engage more. You know what I'm saying? And you get free shit. So everybody listening, and big shout out to Gab, stop yelling at me to watch the movie. I have a list of fucking 200 movies that I need to watch. It's in the list.
That's absurd. 200 movies to watch?
It might, it's probably like 100.
I haven't watched that many movies in my life.
I watch a lot of bad fucking horror movies. And I'll get there. And then shout out to Steve, who's going to help us with making this content creation idea come to life. So
Steve.
Those are my shout outs this week.
Big shout out to Chris, who's going to tell you who he wants to shout out this week.
Wow. I'm going to shout out no one. But give us your money.
True.
Thank you.
The above. Big shout out to Bonds, who's back on Twitter now.
True. Let him out. They let him out. Elon let him out.
They let him out. Yeah, Elon Musk let Bonds out of Twitter Alcatraz. He swam to shore and now he's back. So for better or for worse, Bonds is back on Twitter. So big shout out to him.
Bob makes a good point in chat.
I don't have.
Oh yeah, happy belated, Dom.
Happy 42nd birthday, Dom.
Yeah, fucking thank you. I mean, I've been only waiting the whole episode. It was my birthday yesterday. So
Okay.
big shout out to me.
I gave you 2 fucking happy birthdays yesterday, so shut the fuck up.
I texted Dom at almost midnight last night.
Yeah, it was 3 a.m. my time or something like that, and Chris was like, "Oh, better late than never. Happy birthday."
Oh no. It was
You got
8 your time.
You got 2 out of me, so shut up.
No, I didn't say anything. I mean, I'm just, hey, just saying.
Speak easy with another 10, Mado.
Wow, happy birthday.
Thank you, Speakeasy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Speakeasy.
Yeah,
Absolute
32, off to a great start. Listen,
Yeah, 32 my ass.
32, bro. I'm fucking 32. So I'm 32.
Yeah, you were 32. You were 32 in 1932.
Listen,
32 BC.
You almost burned your house down today.
No, Pete did. Difference.
You try to tear down an entrepreneur who's making candles in there.
What was it? Say the word again. Pronounce the E word again.
Entrepreneur.
The first time you said like entrepreneur.
Spell
Entrepreneur.
it. Spell it for us.
No, we're not doing that. I actually know how to spell that, but I'm not doing it. Continue.
Big shout out to all the entrepreneurs out there. Shout out to Pete's candle business, which is clearly blowing up.
Literally.
Eating up.
Wow, great play on words.
Yeah, thank you for everybody for the birthday wishes. 32, starting off pretty good.
Oh, we also hit a level 4 scam train. Pog.
Wow.
Big scam train up. And we got a nice shout out from Runway for Recovery, which was a charity that we raised money for all October long. Got an email from them yesterday that they showed like a big pie chart of like all the people that donated to them, and Wicked Good Gaming was a nice big chunk of that. So it felt really good to see us. And then I saw somebody that was like fucking 35 or like 40% of their donations this year, and I'm like, damn.
Good on them, but damn.
Like it was really cool to see Wicked Good Gaming with like among the like 20 biggest donors that they've had this year. So in case you guys are wondering where your money went, got like personal thank yous from the organization and their owners, and it was just awesome to see. So really cool stuff. So thank you guys again for donating. It was incredibly successful, and you absolutely helped to directly change some people's lives. So big shout out. And that's all. Oh, you know what? Also, one more thing. I had In-N-Out Burger yesterday for the first time.
Mid and out. It's mid.
Mid-and-Out Burger. I don't know. It's Mid-and-Out Burger.
Dude, there's fucking 32 better burger places around than In-N-Out.
Burger near us is the same thing, but better.
The same type of bits. Thank you, brother.
I swear to God it is. It's better.
How bad are the fries?
The ass.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
Dude, they taste like fucking packing peanuts.
Legit.
Terrible. Anyway, that's all I got. But Chris, you already went, so that's all. Bob,
all
take
right.
us home.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 310 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We are 20 episodes away from eclipsing the long dead Just Okay Gamers podcast. And I'm pretty sure at that point we officially have won Podcast Wars. I mean, we've won Podcast Wars.
That's right.
But at 331, we have officially won Podcast Wars. So shout out to
and then we're done.
them.
At 332, I'm fucking cutting it off.
This is the long con.
Yeah, exactly.
We just Millpool said something weird to Bob at one after party, and then he was just like, we gotta outlast him. I'm just kidding. That never happened, but
yeah, thank you for tuning in to episode 310 of Not Another Gaming Podcast, and thank you preemptively to everybody who's going to engage with our content coming soon for your chance to win free fucking video games, baby. Who wants free shit? You want free shit. Who wants to give away free shit? We fucking do. So engage and tell us why you want those games, and maybe you'll have a chance to win. Who knows? But stay tuned, because ideally we should have the video up and ready next week. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in this week. Thank you, everybody who's listened to the pre-recorded show on all podcast platforms. Thank you, everybody who watched us live at twitch.tv/WickedGaming and youtube.com/WickedGaming. Thank you, everybody who is following us on all social media platforms at Wicked Gaming, except for Twitter, it's at Wicked Games. And make sure right now, motherfucker, to go to our YouTube, subscribe to us, because that's where one of the videos is going to be sent, and that's potentially where the giveaway is going to be. And go to our fucking TikTok, because that's where the video is going to be sent, and that's where one of the videos or giveaways is going to be. And go to our fucking Instagram, because that's where the videos are going to be sent, and also our Twitter, because that's where the videos are going to be sent. And also, did I miss one?
I think you nailed it.
I think that's it for now, and then potentially Snapchat in the future. Is that everything? Did I miss anything?
No,
I think that's everything.
that's everything.
Anyway, you fine, sexy listeners, we will catch you next week for episode 311 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. And unfortunately, we're going to have to do last call next week when the studio is fixed and Dom is back in town in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where we live. And we will see you next week for episode 311. Fucking you better, I swear to God, if you don't engage with the videos we're releasing, I am going to be furious.
I'm done. We'll
see you next week. Bye.
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 That's it.
Fight!